In today's video, we're going to go through the Sonic franchise costs and review if it makes sense for you to explore opening a Sonic's franchise. We'll also review what the Sonic franchise sales are, profit potential, even the payback period when you can expect to get your money back after investing in a Sonic franchise. So for those that aren't familiar with the Sonic's brand, they have a drive-in model. So instead of a drive-through where you stay in your car, order, pick up your food, for their model, you actually park your car, order, and oftentimes take away or have your meal right there. At Sonic's, they serve fries, hamburgers, as well as other typical American fast food cuisine. Sonic's brand's been around nearly 70 years. They did wait about 20 years before they started franchising. Now Sonic has over 3,500 locations across 36 states. However, note, they've closed about 100 locations over the last few years. So that is something to be mindful of. Roughly 10% of these Sonic locations are corporately owned and managed. So just about 300 locations, Sonic, the franchisor, is managing themselves. To open up a Sonic restaurant, you can expect to invest $1.2 million all the way up to $3.5 million. And this does not include the land, as oftentimes Sonic franchisees will purchase the land and develop the Sonic franchise themselves. The royalties are 5%, which is pretty much in line with other food and beverage franchises. In 2019, they had average sales of 1.3 million, and it jumped up all the way to 1.6 million average sales for 2020 across over 3,000 Sonic locations. They have a pretty healthy margin, which they disclose at 23% in 2020. However, they define this as EBITDA. So the R stands for before rent. If you account for rent, which can be up to 10% for fast food businesses, the profit margin drops down to 13%. Assuming you have sales of 1.6 million with a profit margin around 13%, and you invested the midpoint investment amount, about 2.3 million, it's going to take you over 14 years from the time you started developing your Sonic franchise till the time you receive that $2.3 million back. Now, you can accelerate the return through a few different manners. You could develop the land and sell the property and stay on operating the franchise to recoup your initial capital investment for the building and the land. You could also potentially use leverage. So your cash on cash return would be much faster than waiting 13, 14 years to get back. However, the underlying model for this business, if you're not using leverage or you're not a sophisticated real estate developer and operator, it's going to take some time to get your money back. This business could make sense if you're investing $1 million, 1.5 million, and you're just going to be leasing the Sonic location. Sure, you can get your capital back in 7, 8 years. However, if you're going to be investing $2.5 million and you don't at least own the land as well, and that could be another $1 million, $2 million. So you'd be all in for 4.5 million, $5 million. If you're not open to take that risk and you don't already have experience with real estate, or if you're not willing to partner someone that has that real estate experience, you might want to consider a food and beverage concept, maybe that you're in line in a strip center or even at a non-traditional location, as developing a restaurant from the ground up can be quite timely, costly, and if you don't have the expertise, there's a lot of risk there. Now, the franchisor had net income of 92 million, which isn't bad on $268 million of sales. Pretty healthy income statement. Keep in mind, though, the past few years, there have been a decline of 79 locations. So that's something to keep in mind. For Sonic franchise, it might be better leave this to the pros. If you already have experience managing quick service restaurants and even developing restaurants from the ground up, it could be a worthwhile business to explore. If not, you might want to look at a different concept.